Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's happening?
Welcome to my favorite podcast in the entire world.
Lines crossed.
Let's go. This is episode 4.
Yes.
I'm the host, and live.
And I'm the co-host, Tennessee.
Let's go. This episode, I like this one because it's kind of it's very relatable. So we're going to be speaking
We like all of them.
Yeah, but honestly, some you like more than others.
True.
Like, I did not like episode 2, but...
No? Oh, that's because, like, your whole thing. Right?
Yeah, my whole little insecurity thing.
Whatever. From episode 3 that we talked about.
Yeah. This, we're going to get into early. We're going to get into meeting your significant other, like your wife, boyfriend, spouse, whatever. Whatever.
Your person.
Your person. Yeah, I like that. I like this new word. Everybody's saying my person.
Everybody says that?
Yeah.
I thought that was my thing.
No, it's like, well, I seen somebody post it, like, well, she was from the alphabet people. And she
alphabet
people. Yeah, she said my person because she said it's better to say person because you don't know what people identify as.
Yeah, all that extra shit.
Yeah. But yeah.
Sorry. I can say that I'm a part of the letter people. We are very extra.
Yes, definitely. Kind of like how black people are. We all extra.
Just a little. It's all right. It's all right.
Understand, So we're going to get into meeting your person at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
We also got a topic about toxic people, which I guess Tennessee could talk about that one because that was her topic.
Okay.
And we also
it's not about toxic people.
And we also going to talk about relationship insecurities.
Yes.
So speaking of meeting each other at a young age,
yes,
we are a part of that. I met Tennessee at the age of
14.
14.
Yeah, you was gonna get it wrong.
No, I wasn't gonna get it wrong.
You always say 15. I don't know why. You say 6 or 16, something like that.
Oh yeah, because I was 16.
Yeah, I was 14. He was 16.
Yeah.
Yes, I scooped his ass up. Not because he was small. I said, okay.
We were just talking about insecurities. I saw your hair was short, bitch.
Okay, wow, okay. Little blackie.
I was supposed to be with no hair.
Okay, over here looking like the little black and mild butt that you get. You know when your black and mild get too short to smoke it?
Boy, bitch, you got horse
Or your blunt. Okay, your teeth need a bottle, bitch. Anyways, so what happened was, okay, like we said, we met at, I was 14, he was 16, and we had a mutual friend, and she was using my phone because she had her own phone, so she was using my phone to text him, and she had left my house, and when she left, she didn't tell him that she was leaving, and so whatever it was that they was talking about, he had responded to her message. Now, instead of texting him back like, oh, she left or whatever, the message that he had sent was very like sad. Like it was just like, so I wasn't necessarily trying to plug myself.
Hey, look, first of all, I was very heartbroken. I was
anyways,
my first,
no one cares.
My first heartbreak.
No one cares. So anyways,
we're going to tell the story.
But we don't give a damn about all the details. You and me now. Fuck us. So anyways, the thing is, initially I wasn't necessarily trying to plug myself, but I was just more so trying to like, pretty much, I guess, be there for him in some kind of way or whatever. And I ended up plugging myself in, and all that stuff, because I had just dealt with not a heartbreak, but I had just got out of a relationship. What I call a relationship?
Bro, we was 14 dealing with real love, all right?
I wasn't dealing with no love. He just wanted to fuck, and he wasn't going to get nothing from me. So
that shit is sad.
I was 14.
We was 14. She was 14 dealing with a crazy breakup. I was 16 dealing with some,
okay, so anyways, we don't care. So anyways, my breakup wasn't like no heartbreak. I wasn't heartbroken over the nigga. It's just, he had me fucked up because he thought he was going to get some and he wasn't. And so he was out here wilding when I was in Memphis. And so I came back and I had to get him back for that. You feel me? So anyways, so I plugged myself, I said I had to only send one picture because, I'm bomb like that. He sent like 304 because he had a big ass head. That nigga head was like not well proportioned with the rest of his body.
Hey, bro, you know, no, on the real, you did not have that clout. I don't know why the fuck I sent 10 pictures to
brother. You sent the bro.
Really
you didn't know how to take pictures though.
For me, I don't know why the fuck I sent 10.
Because your angles was off.
I should have been like, man, look, this bitch goofy. I'm cool, man. Like,
yeah, but I was some pressure though. That's why you did it. Because I sent mine first. I was looking good too. I just got my hair done. Kinda, you know what I'm saying? When you get that little shit, when you glue your hair in and stuff, this back then when you glued your hair in.
Yeah, you was bomb.com. Right?
On God. On God. I really was. So, you know.
What was your Hollister jacket on? Yeah.
No, that was before that. Don't try to do me in front of all these people. Okay? Don't try to do me in front of the company. The thing is, my mama never bought me nothing. So, she finally bought me this damn Hollister sweater. Now, mind you, the Hollister sweater was on like, what, $20 or something like that? And it took her forever to decide to buy me one. And I had that, my leggings, and my Juicy Couture sandals that was from TJ Maxx. And that's actually I met him. I met up with him in that outfit. Actually, our first time meeting 3 months later. You know, because he kept standing me up because he wasn't shit.
Yeah, no. No, we was I was young. Like I'm 16 years old, so
he was playing football. It was whatever.
Playing football.
You know what I'm saying? I was happy to be with somebody, I guess.
You know, I had different hoes. You know,
you ain't had no hoes. Don't try to act here. Don't try to be on here acting like you was it. You ain't had nobody. You ain't had nobody. Your ex bitch wasn't texting you back. That bitch left you high and dry.
Anyways, like I said, like she naming bitches, so I had.
That's only 2.
Anyways,
you tried it. They was not around.
Yeah, so fast forward to 3 months later. That's the first time I met her.
Yes.
We met up at a bus. She lived far as shit, bro.
Bro, okay.
She lived in the hills, bro. Like
I did.
I was like, God damn, bro.
Yeah, he lived in the north. I lived in the hills.
It took me 2 buses to get to her house.
Okay.
And I was just like,
bro, you did that trip like what, twice?
I think it was once. Honestly.
No, you did it twice because remember you came back the next day too.
Yeah, so day 1 and day 2. That was
day 1 and day 2. No, in that case 3 times. I think.
Yeah.
I think you did it one more time somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, the first time we met, it was fun.
It was magical.
Yeah, I guess you could say it was magical. You know,
what you mean you guess? Don't flex for. Look here. don't get on here.
Anyways, 10 years later, so.
You gonna skip the story?
Yeah, no. Well, I'm gonna give you a summary of the story.
Yeah.
Because the part of the show is about being young, and it's a lot of shit that comes with being somebody young. So.
Yeah. We got 10 years in, so we're not going to go over everything.
No, we can cover majority of everything.
No, I'm talking as far as the story of how that's a lot. We've been together for too long.
So when you date somebody at a young age, like it's super hard when y'all get older. Like when you're young and in school, it's magical, it's beautiful.
It's all cute, fairy tale.
But when you get older and this shit and kids involved.
Yeah, responsibilities living together.
And you got to change. That shit can be tough. Like it's really tough because you like when you fall in love with somebody. I spoke about this on I think episode 1. But when you fall in love with somebody at a young age, like when they start to grow, like that adjustment is
very difficult.
It's tough because
to
you
adjust
started,
to.
And especially like we met at a young age, and I was like her first real boyfriend.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and it's kind of my first like real relationship too. You know, even though I dealt with some other shit too.
Yeah, but he was way more experienced.
Yeah, I was
in
definitely
so many different categories.
So when you like as a man, I'm already like my biggest insecurity, as far as speaking of relationship insecurities, my biggest insecurity I dealt with is like, hey, like man, like we met at the age of 14. Well, she was 14. And you know, I'm like the only dude she ever been with, whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like going forward, I know it's gonna be other people she gonna meet.
Gonna be some trials and tribulations.
Yeah, you feel me? Like she gonna meet other people, and my biggest thing I dealt with was like, am I the dude for her? Like, is it like really me, or was it a situation of well, you was there for me, or you was nice to me, like are you gonna stick with me? Once you see the playing field, pretty much. Because when you're young, when you're 14, 16, it's so easy to be wrapped up within each other. But as you get older, and you like you hurt people, we hurt each other and shit. You get jobs, you get to college, you go to school, whatever. Shit becomes different. You see other people, and you see, like you could be growing into a different person, and you can connect with somebody else that's as you grow, you pretty much more on their playing field,
right.
and you kind of separating from your spouse or your significant other or your person. We're just gonna call it your person. You know, so that adjustment right there is so hard because like your person could be looking at you like, damn, like we not like something wrong with us. You know, you start to look at yourself, especially with men, when you get insecure, you look at yourself like, you know, damn, like do she really want me? Because, you know, everybody know. Mm-hmm. It's so many people out there that's gonna look better than you, gonna have more money than you, gonna be honestly smarter than you, whatever. You know, they gonna have everything there. You feel me? So like, I know as a man, that's why I was like, oh shit, bro, like she gonna end up fucking cheating. It's not gonna work out because, you know, I'm all she knows. So honestly, you gonna just wanna, as a person, you gonna wanna experiment, like, cause that's what I did. Like, I dated multiple girls. You know, had different sexual partners, but like you gonna want to experiment, and I knew that day was gonna come. So,
what you did it?
Anyways, I knew that day was gonna come. So what I did was kind of like instantly just like move, like start backing off her. I'm like, you know, I'm not finna be goofy. I'm not finna be falling in love with her, looking stupid when I know this shit might not work. Because at the end of the day, like you gotta experience life. Life is all about experiences. Like
but everybody experiences things differently.
It's super rare to tell somebody that, hey, I'm gonna meet you at this young age and we gonna rock it out for the rest of our life. That shit doesn't.
It is
happen.
Rare, but not impossible.
But I'm saying it doesn't happen. It's just super, super rare. But so I just started laid back. I'm like, man, I already know how this is gonna end. She probably just focus somebody. You know, it's gonna be what it is. So I'm about to go. You know, which,
by the way, side note, doesn't help in the process of keeping your person. By the way,
yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. We are explaining to the people.
I know, just
the experience of
just put my 2 cents.
I'm saying we explaining to the people the experience of dating young, like how tough it is. And
and your thought process is.
Yeah, the thought process. So me, I was just instantly like, you know what? I'm going to make sure I give me a couple girls, you know, so I can fall back on. You feel me?
Do you see how like just ignorant as hell? You just child. That's the worst way to go about it. That's just an ignorant ass way to go about it.
I won't say it's ignorant. It's just a way that that's the only thing I knew at that time.
Ignorance.
That's all I knew. No, yeah. So it's all I knew. So I'm going to go with that. So
I'm just saying.
I'm going to make sure that, hey, I'm not going to be the dummy in the end. You feel me? So I know what she's going to do.
He wanted pretty much to have his fallbacks.
Yeah, definitely want to have my fallback. And I knew, like, bro, like, I'm the only person she had sex with. So I knew, like, I dated girls where they fucked other people before, whatever. I really didn't care about that. It is what it is. You know, I had even arrangements where I knew, I fucked with girls where it's like, hey, you do what you do. When we fuck with each other just on this level.
Right.
But it was just something different that we shared that moment together. So she hadn't been with nobody else. So I'm like, hey, man, I know once that happened, this shit is over with. I'm done. So my whole thing was like, I'm going to make sure I got these fallbacks.
So that way, whenever it does happen, I'm good.
It doesn't hurt so bad. Because you know it's going to hurt regardless.
Yeah.
Man, that's not smart, guys.
It's not.
Having fallbacks not smart.
Because all it does is cause pain.
Because having these fallbacks caused a lot of issues within our relationship. Like it caused like a lot of fucking issues. And like I said, we young, bro. Like we was young and dumb, bro. Like you feel me? Like at the end of the day, like you know, you thought you knew everything. Like no one could tell us anything, like because
of course
we
not.
just like, man, fuck y'all, we different. You feel that? And you know,
I mean, granted, we had a lot of haters.
Yeah, but
too,
everybody
nobody was trying to necessarily.
You all gonna be rebellious at a young kid, so we were just rebelling. We was just like, man, fuck it, we rocking together. It is what it is. And a lot of people was giving us advice, and a lot of people was telling us, hey, y'all need to do this. And then we also had a lot of people that trying to sabotage the relationship.
Yeah, but
it's just a lot going on, you know. Because then, like at that moment, she was you could talk about this when you was about to go to college.
Oh yeah.
Tell a situation.
So okay. Originally, like coming into our relationship, I had wanted to be a doctor, for some reason, and so like my uncle, by him being a lawyer, he knew a girl that was going to Howard University, and so
give it up for Howard University.
He was going. So he was gonna, you know, send me out there. He was gonna have the girl. She was studying law, but he was gonna have her look out for me and everything like that. And in the midst of all of that, I don't know, like, because I had like a liking for it, but it was never like a passion of mine. And so I dropped doctor and picked up nail tech. And that's where I really found my passion.
Was it instant? Like
it literally.
No, I'm telling you, instantly just transferred from doctor to nail tech?
Yeah, there was like no in between. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was something else in between.
No, it went from like, I guess like. It went from like a police officer. Art. Oh, that was my thing. But that was always like a hobby. I never wanted to necessarily make that a career of mine. So yeah, I went from like, so I, decided not to be a doctor anymore. They thought it was his fault and that he was, interfering with, their little prodigy or something. I don't know what the fuck, whatever the fuck I was for them. And so, instantly the hate had began and, yeah. They kind of like detached themselves from me and, like just about anybody, they looked at it like, oh, this is just a hobby. This is just whatever, or you're you're throwing your life away for some little boyfriend or whatever. And it really wasn't none of that. It was just like, I mean, the decision wasn't made because of him at all. He ain't had no hand in it at all whatsoever. It was just a decision that I had made on my own. And the fact that, and then they hated it even more at the fact that he literally funded my entire nail room pretty much because my brother had where'd that nigga go?
I'm at the prison.
Oh yeah. He went to jail.
She laughing because he went to prison. Wow.
No, I'm laughing because of why. So, anyways, he went to prison.
Oh, yeah, he went to prison
for
trying to steal some pancakes.
Don't put that in. That is not why.
That nigga, he tried to steal pancakes.
Shut up.
And 2 weeks before free pancake there at our house. So
okay. Anyways, no.
He's about that gang life, man. You know that
Shut up. So so all his shit is gone, whatever. And so I turned that room into an entire nail room, and they hated that even more because, like I said, they had this thing of like, oh, you got you a boyfriend, so we don't need to pay for anything for you anymore. And little did they know, my nigga had money, so to my boyfriend I go. So and they hated that even more.
Speaking of that, parents, like that shit was crazy.
That shit was weird, yo.
That's weird, but it's a lot of responsibility on somebody to like, hey.
Like we are kids. Like at that time, how old was I? 15, 16, right? Yeah. Something like that. And it's like, so you're pretty much telling me like, oh, because I have a boyfriend that, you're not going to take care of me as my mother anymore. Now it's like, oh, it's your boyfriend's job to take care of you because you salty. That don't even make no damn sense. Like literally he took care of everything. Like he took me shopping. He made sure that I ate. He made sure that then this is why we were so attached at the hip, because I literally, in a sense, like being with him, detached me from my family. Everybody lost their damn mind. They didn't act like they didn't forgot who I was, all types of stuff, or the head that I had on my shoulders. You know what I mean? And they just looked at it like, oh, well, you got a boyfriend, let him take care of you. And then it pissed them off even more that he actually took care of me. He took very well care of me. Like he really made sure, like I would say literally from like around 15, 16 years old, even like dealing with all the crazy shit we was dealing with, he made sure I was straight. Like everything that I had was because he made a way for me. And that's honorable, but it's at the same time, it's actually very sad because like we supposed to be just focused on school and growing and, you know what I mean? Or just having fun. We supposed to be kids, not having fucking, in a sense, responsibilities, whereas like, my boyfriend having to take care of me and we both in school, all because somebody might want to be salty.
Right, yeah, that shit.
That shit was weird. That was weird.
I know a lot of people probably deal with that, but then again, like, as a parent, like, I don't really understand why, but I know some parents, they're afraid that their kid gonna go down a road that they went down and they don't want their kid to go down that road. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of understandable, but then you gotta, honestly, when your kid gets to a certain age, like as far as 15, 16, 17, they're still young, but you gotta start treating them like young adults. Yeah. You gotta start giving them a shot to make their own decisions.
Right.
Because when you coddle somebody all the way up until they're 18, 19, they already fucked. Like,
no, for real.
At that point, they already fucked because they're entitled. Mm-hmm. They ain't very entitled. They feel like the world revolves around them.
Yes.
And it puts you in a situation where it's like,
they don't know how to take care of themselves.
Exactly. Then you fucked up. Like everything's completely fucked up. But yeah, that's my little side note of that. But continue the story though.
Oh, but yeah, speaking of especially being coddled, it definitely caused the problem because I didn't necessarily see, and it's the thing, like me personally, I was coddled, but not in a way like where I felt that like the world revolved around me, even though that is like a way that it could go, or it's like a direction or whatever it could go in. But my whole my issue was like I am a very smart girl, even like at a young age, very smart girl, very smart for my age and everything. But because I was coddled and everything like that, and my brother would actually argue with my mom about it a lot, because it's like, okay, when she gets out in the real world, what is she going to do? She's not going to know how to fend for herself. She's going to always come to you, and, you know, she's not going to know how to survive in the real world because, you know, you're constantly doing things for her. You're not teaching her and everything like that. And so I had to pretty much learn everything from him. I had to, you know what I mean? And honestly, in him being as good of a person that he is, he didn't see that as a opportunity to take advantage, which is something that I appreciate on a regular, because he could have taken advantage to the fullest of extent, because I knew nothing, you know what I mean? Like, I never dated, like I wasn't like a dummy, but like, at the end of the day, you still don't know much of nothing because you're not being taught much of anything. And so he could have manipulated it to a point, you know, where things would have, you know, worked in his favor for the most part. You know what I mean? And especially at the fact that he was taking care of me, I would have always have felt, you know, indebted to him, you know, but he was a real nigga, is whatever, you know, and he took care of the situation in the best way. And that's why, honestly, that's why we here 10 years later, because he didn't take advantage and he taught me, and then even like in the midst of him teaching me shit, I'm teaching him shit too. You know what I mean? I'm teaching him things outside of, you know, what he already knows. So he's teaching me about the real life, and I'm just, what the hell did I teach you?
You taught me about patience. Mm-hmm. You taught me just about like understanding the side of like, because when I was younger, all I wanted to do was be a street nigga. Like, I wanted to be a gangbanger. I wanted to be a kingpin, sell drugs, all that shit. You know, I wanted to just do that because that's all that was in my face. That's all I saw, and that's all people that I looked up to did. So, you feel me? So, it wasn't like anything besides that. That was it. She taught me more so about, you know, the other side of life. You feel me? Like, hey, this business side, you know, there's other ways we can go, you know, like just being, honestly, it's not shit, when I say she taught me, it's not shit that she broke down, like, hey, this is more so just being around her family, because her family more so, like, they all good usually with business, just being around her family, or just being around a situation where, like, we hanging out, doing different things, that those experiences taught me, like, damn, it's more to life than just want to be a drug dealer, want to be a gang member, whatever. So, like, she taught me that, and she taught me to want to, like, get a job, to want to really work my ass off, to try to hustle. Told me to want to be like, you know, I always have that mindset of being a family man. So I was just ready to, like, damn, man, like, instantly, I'm like, you know what, bro? Like this kind of what I want. Like growing up, wanting to do like that negative shit, gangbang, whatever, and like seeing just a different side of life. That shit really matters, especially to a lot of people who grew up in the hood, because it's really a bubble. You feel me? When you live in the hood, man, your city big as shit, but all you know is that one block. All you know is those couple blocks, that little area, bro. That's probably like 2 or 3 miles. Right. That's it. That's all you know. So when you get to meet and branch off, and like she, like I said, she lived in the hills, branch off and like see different things. Like, damn, bro. Yeah. Okay, I want this. Like, okay, bro, I really want this. Now it's different ways of like doing different things, and like just that right there taught me to like, wow, okay. She making me better just because I'm thinking of different things. I'm not thinking of negative shit. Right. Me? And I was like, you know what? That shit is super important for me. That's like completely important. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's part of the story. Mm-hmm. Okay, now where you was at as far as the story? Mm-hmm. That's far. I said, where you was at as far as the story?
Oh, it wasn't necessarily a place where you could just kind of like pick up where you want to. I was just more so talking about our adolescence and stuff like that. So and then once we, like, speaking of adolescence, so I got so around that time I had got so around 2012 I had got locked up for when I was like 16, 17. I think 17.
I was 17.
17.
I got locked up for carrying a concealed weapon, which of course it wasn't in my name.
Of course.
You know, and I got also with assault and some shit like that. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into why the assault, but yeah, I got in trouble for that, and I went to juvenile pretty much.
Yes.
And this was early in our relationship. Like I'm talking about
a year,
super early. So
almost not even.
It wasn't even a year.
Nope. It was like a good 7-8 months.
It was like I left like what, May or June. Yeah, so
July,
yeah, whatever. Yeah, damn July.
July 17th.
Yeah, it's crazy. My son was born in July
18.
Yeah.
How funny is that?
Right.
Not the same year, but yeah.
Yeah. But July 17th. Yeah. So I got caught up with some shit. And then we was together for 8 months, so I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is it, fuck it, whatever.
Actually, at the time we weren't together though.
Yeah, but we wasn't together, but we was together. Everybody,
though.
you got those little mini breakups, makeup sessions, whatever. So we wasn't together, but we was
just
together.
Do stupid shit.
So when we got locked up, that was one of honestly the first tests of our relationship.
Definitely,
that was the first test. So I was gone for 6 months. Yeah.
Till December, that really 5.
Yeah.
Like 5-ish.
Yeah, so I was gone, and then a lot of shit happened when I was gone.
Shut your ass up. Nothing like cray, but like you said, it was definitely a test of our relationship. So pretty much to just narrow it all down, to summarize everything.
She had niggas.
So yeah, I had niggas. Okay, and look here. Look, honestly,
look.
Listen.
A nigga can explain it. Shit, it happens.
Look, I didn't necessarily, and here's the craziest part about it. I didn't necessarily mean to have niggas. You know what I'm saying? I was just like unnecessarily friendly. This is when
I think I broke her out of her shell.
This was the test.
Shy.
This was
I went to jail, man. That shyness went away.
And you know what? And it was
Tennessee
crazy.
Was born.
Okay, now
Bree said, "Bye, bitch."
Okay, it was just crazy because I've never dealt with that much. That was the first time ever, like honestly, like in my life, really. Unfortunately for our relationship at the time, but that I've dealt with like so much like attention from dudes, like attractive dudes at that, whereas like, oh shit, like they think, like I'm not like Lil Bree getting teased no more. You see what I'm saying? Like they liking me now type situation, and child, to say the least, I didn't know how to handle all that. And I handled it poorly.
Of course, she was going to handle it poorly.
But I was like 15 years old. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is that like around the time we was like, age ain't a reason. It's like, it really is. When you really think about it, and you get older, age is definitely a very big factor in a lot of the reasons why you do fucked up things, because you don't know how to deal with certain things.
You got age and you got experience.
Yeah. And stop doing that.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
And, so like, I had, back then in our day, you had things called labels. So you had the right hand, left hand, the foot, the backbone, the
bracelet,
the bracelet, necklace, ankle,
eyelid, all types of shit.
All types of stuff. Crazy, you know what I mean? And like I said, to summarize, so your girl ended up, kissing 2 people.
One nigga was damn near
2
30.
dudes, and he was not damn near 30. The disgusting part about it, and I'm not necessarily gonna get too like deep into it because I actually found out really late. At the time, I was fit. Like I said, I was 15.
I actually told her.
Yeah, I was 15. Babe, they don't know what we talking about. Okay. I was 15. To my understanding, he was like at the max, like 17, 18, maybe somewhere around there. But come to find out later on, like probably like what, like some years later or something like that, or like the next year, maybe. I'm not completely sure when I found out, but, cause it took a year for pretty much everything to really come out in the open anyways. So that's already down into 13? 14. Mm-hmm. 14. When everything, 13, 14, whenever, like for everything to be completely out and about. But around that time is when I found out from him, which he found out from my brother, because my brother actually got upset. And the reason why he got upset was because that dude was in his 20s, his early 20s. I don't remember what, 21, something like that or whatever. And the disgust that I felt, because like, you know, I wasn't one of them girls that brag about like, oh, I'm 15 and I'm pulling 20 something. That was not my cup of tea. First of all, dating and boys and all that stuff for the most part wasn't even my cup of tea in the first place. But, you know, like, to be dating like that big of a gap, or having any type of interaction with that big of a gap or whatever, that was disgusting to me. That I was in that bracket where that shit was nasty. I still think that way. Granted, I'm 24 now. No. Yeah. 24. So, I mean, it's not like, you know, like I've dealt with women that's like, what, 28 or somewhere around there. That's like a 4-year difference, but that's a little different from 15 and 21, you know? So, but anyway, so like I said, to say the least, that was a crazy ass summer. And I was flat out honest about one, and I tried to be honest about the other, but his mom wouldn't let me. And then she ended up telling him, and all that stuff was just fucked up. But I let go of it. I let go of the situation. And, you know, and then he came home later in the year in December, and, you know, and pretty much everything was unleashed.
Yeah, let me tell my side now.
Okay, I don't get.
So yeah, I get home.
I think there's okay.
Yeah, it's just I get home in December.
Yeah.
First thing I do, of course, when I get home, my mom picked me up because when I went to juvenile, I was transferred to this program in Montana, right? So that's about like an hour and a half away from here. So, I went to a program in Reno. Then I went from Reno, Nevada, to Montana. You feel me? So, which is fun. Honestly, the experience was fun because what happened was, instead of like going to regular juvenile, what happened was, instead of going to regular juvenile, the judge and I guess my mom and the DA, whatever that shit is, you know, when we in juvenile, they all worked together to send me to a program to pretty much, in a sense, help me out instead of, you know, just, you know, locking me up in jail, whatever, locking me up there with like kids probably who had pretty much who had like a no chance, whatever, you know, because most times you get locked up in jail, juvie, whatever, it doesn't really help you. It makes you more of an animal. It's pretty much it's just getting you ready for big jail, the county. It's getting you ready for prison. But so instead of that, they put me in a program where I was able to go to school, play football, whatever. But so I went to Montana. It was more so like a camp. So I did the rest of my time in the camp, pretty much. Which it was actually pretty fun for me. You know, I kind of enjoyed myself. Besides the stuff I was told while I was in there, it was kind of fun. It was actually a good life lesson for me, learning experience, and I kind of enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. All right, so I get back home. I'm having fun. My brother did some things for me. You know, bought me some Laker pajamas. You know, so I was happy about that. They actually stole everything out of my room too, though. They took my TV, bro. Like,
child, they ran
like my own family, man. My brothers and sisters, they took my TV and everything. All that. I get home, I'm like, where the hell my shit at? But you know, whatever. It is what it is. Because I lock my door, but yeah, that's a whole other thing. So I get home, Oh,
they been knew how to unlock it.
Yeah, so I get home.
Thought that shit worked.
I get home. Fuck you.
I'm just saying.
I get home. I'm like enjoying myself. I'm kind of happy. You know, I'm back at home. Whatever. You know, it is what it is. So we have a Christmas party, right? Was it like a little Christmas?
Something like that. Yeah.
It was like a Christmas party at my grandmother's house.
Yeah.
And
we like brought Christmas.
Yeah,
in.
we was bringing Christmas in, so it was around. Yeah. So we went to go pick you up. No, right.
I was already there.
You was already there with us, yeah.
Yeah.
So she was already there with us, you know, and everybody was like doing a lot of whispering, you know, acting different.
Yeah.
Mind you, my family messy as hell, but it's a good and bad messy, but they messy as hell.
But for the most part, everybody was cool.
Yeah,
though.
my family funny messy.
Everybody was cool though. Like, while I was
sometimes
there,
sometimes it get toxic, but it's funny messy. So like,
yeah,
you know. But yeah, anyways, it was a lot. You know, people were saying stuff like, "Hey, you know, was getting rumors that she was messing with this dude, she was messing with that dude." And like Las Vegas is very small, so like everybody know everybody.
Yeah,
you know,
but this is after I had left. They didn't say none of this stuff while I was there. I couldn't defend myself.
Yeah, so Vegas is small as shit. You know, we all having fun. You know, it is what it is. Everybody pretty much fuck everybody.
Right.
But it was so much shit going on as far as she fucked with this dude, she was fucking with that dude.
I was in this person's face, that person's face.
I was like, whoa.
All lies.
Yeah, so then, and this after she had left, this when they told me this.
Yeah.
So I'm pissed off, like, bro, y'all pretty much let her, like,
sit up in here.
Sit in my face. I'm all lovey-dovey. I'm on Facebook, you know, all my baby, I'm back, you know, all that shit. Mm-hmm. And y'all allowing this shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? Pretty much. So at that point, I didn't have a phone. Well, my mom had just got me a phone for Christmas, I think.
Yeah, you had a phone.
I just got a phone for Christmas because I was using my sister's phone. Mm-hmm. So I just had got my phone for Christmas, so I was able to get back on Facebook. So after all of that, I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? So anyways, I get on her Facebook. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, I see some shit that I didn't like. Honestly,
nothing pertaining to what they had said, but just other shit.
Honestly, what they had said was so bad, but I kind of, for some reason, I pressed it out of my thing because, like I said, my family funny as fuck, but they could be messy as hell. So I'm kind of like, hey,
it's like you kind of like let it happen. You know what the truth is and what it is.
Yeah, I let it happen. Yeah, so it is what it was. I was like, man, fuck it. Yeah. So I was so mad, bro. I remember that time her daddy was like, "Hey, baby," on her timeline. I said, "Who the fuck is this?"
I'm like, bro, that's my dad.
Yeah, pretty much, she was like, long story short, like she was very friendly, flirtatious. So getting to where we like, as far as growing up, like I'm pissed off. Like I'm like, whoa, but like at that moment, I don't see nothing like you, bitch. You lied to me,
right?
And it's more crazy because I was just coming out of like honestly like a 2.5-year relationship. Like, I don't know, I was young, but I was kind of, you know,
very much experienced for your age, for sure.
Like, I guess I was a certified lover boy, whatever, you know. Yeah. Shout out to Drake. No, that's the name of his album. But yeah, I don't know, I was always like the relationship dude, like, even though I was doing my thing, you know, I might have cheated on everybody, but still, yeah.
Well, fuck it then.
Now y'all know.
Okay. I was a lover boy even though I cheated on everybody.
Yeah, but now y'all know. It's cool. We grown now, so it's different. We was kids. Grow up.
Wow.
So, yeah, we was doing that, right? So I'm mad, right? Anyways, long story short, I break her with her. Like, the next day, so the 26th of Christmas, I'm mad.
You can't say the 26th of Christmas.
The 26th of December. Yeah. Kwanzaa, one holiday, whatever that shit is.
Oh, child.
You feel me? But you know, I'm heated. We break up, bro. I want you know when you're so mad when you call, you know they're not gonna answer, but you keep calling, leaving a voicemail. I left like probably 50 voicemails.
He did.
I'm like, bitch, fuck you, bro. Click. Like after I call, I'm like, man, fuck that bitch. I throw my phone. I'm cool. Walk around, get the phone back, call back. So you know, I was mad, right? It is what it is. Like honestly, it's not even about, and it's the thing about me. It's also the principle with me. It always been like that, even when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Don't make me look stupid.
Right.
Like I don't give a fuck what going on. Just don't make me look stupid. Like, you feel me? Like it doesn't even matter. Don't make me look stupid, bro. Like tell me the truth. Like if you doing whatever, do what you do, but don't make me look stupid. Like don't if you're gonna be cheating on me. Like that's when I used to cheat on my girls. I did it in private.
Anyways,
like I did it with respect. I used to cheat with respect. You feel me? No, I really used to cheat with respect. They didn't know I was cheating on them. They probably just found out. Well, congratulations, I used to cheat on you, but I did it with respect. I didn't do it.
I didn't necessarily do it out of.
I didn't do it to the fact that it's all in your face.
Yeah,
like when it's in your face.
Well, I've never cheated before. I've never been like that. I've never dealt with anything like that before.
When you cheat in someone's face,
right?
Like you got at least have some dignity.
Well, at least you know I wasn't like sneaky or something.
Have some self-respect when you cheat. Like, no. Seriously, people. Have some self-respect when you cheat.
Don't cheat on nobody. How about that? If you're gonna cheat, just be single.
If you're gonna cheat, have self-respect.
Okay, or just not cheat on nobody.
Have respect. Don't do it. Don't cheat on them with their friends.
How you gonna speak on this when
family
you did
members?
That?
Okay, bitch.
Speak on something else.
That's old. Okay, we grown now. Why you bringing up shit 10 years ago? But yeah,
10. It was over 10. But still, the point is.
Anyways, when you cheat with respect. You feel me? But everybody like the fact that it's that mindset when everybody. It's the fact that everybody knew.
Then nobody said nothing.
And nobody said nothing. So it made me feel like, whoa. Kind of like with the speech impediment shit.
Okay.
Anyway. Like, now speaking of, like.
Look, that was last episode.
Like, no, it's kind of like that. Like, when everybody knows something, but they don't want to tell you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Mm-hmm. That shit, I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. Mm-hmm. If you're that type of person, fuck you.
Wow.
But, yeah, anyway, so we cheated. So we mad. I had no contact with her. She wasn't answering the phone, nothing.
Because I had lost my phone. Remember, I left my phone on the bus. And this was during a winter break. Yeah, then it turns out that same day she had lost her. Yeah. Wow. All right. Yeah, my grandma, rest in peace, grandma. My grandma died the 26th of December. And so I ain't even, honestly, like, not disregarding like his feelings now or even like then, I ain't feel like dealing with nobody yelling at me or nothing like that. Like me, I'm always the type of person that I'm gonna take my ass whooping. I've always been like that, and I'll always be that way. Whereas like if I do something, then like, of course, you know, I'll take the repercussions of it, but I'm not going to be yelled at, cussed out, called out of my name, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, dealing with like, you know, a parent or whatever. I'm not going to get my ass whooped, you know, or whatever, like for something that I didn't do. I'm not that type of person.
And she referring, wait, let's clarify, she referring to all the shit that my family was saying about her, because there was a lot of different shit.
Yeah, like they was like,
you know, they was kind of like,
they was literally coming out their ass with shit.
She did
like,
a lot of shit, but
shit they was saying I didn't do.
You know, when somebody do some shit, so like, hey, I'm a pal on her.
Yeah,
that's what was going to, was piling on her.
Yeah. And I'm like, listen, my grandma just died, bro. And look, I'm not finna sit here and be called out of my name for some shit I didn't even do. Now, the shit that I did do, cool. Can we talk about it a different day? Like, today is not the day, not to be rude, you feel me?
Yeah,
but like,
and I gave her that. So, you know, I really gave her that. Then I was also nice enough to go to her grandmother's funeral. And then
the wake and the funeral, actually.
And then it's crazy because right after I did that, like right after we the 26th we talked, I got back with my ex on the 27th.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because
that's so hard. That baby never stood a chance.
Yeah, I was one of those. Honestly, I was one of those dudes that I couldn't be alone.
No.
I kind of realized that growing up, later on in life. But like every time I would break up with somebody, I gotta get with somebody new. I gotta have a girlfriend. I gotta have somebody like there. Yeah. So right after that, instead of dealing with the breakup, I was like, fuck it, boom, I got another girlfriend.
And as he's having a whole girlfriend, he's still talking to me, trying to like fucking like figure out what.
Why you do that? You
look, she already knew. Anyways, still trying to like figure out all the ins and outs of our bullshit.
Yeah, the reason why, because like at the end of the day, like when you first break up with somebody, you know how that shit is. You're not really over. Y'all not really done.
Of course not.
You still gotta go through the process.
You do.
And I still cared about her, so I was like, man, fuck it. Anyway,
and like the thing is, I was very remorseful. Like I wasn't like a shitty person. I wasn't popping off at the mouth. Nothing.
The thing, it was just hard to believe her, because like every time I would ask her something,
we ain't at that part yet.
New information would come out. Yeah, we is at that part now.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh,
so every time I would ask her something, new information would come out. She'd be like, I'm telling you the truth. So like, it was like,
and then sadly, I'm a very forgetful person.
Instantly, it was
so it was a lot going on.
Yeah, instantly it was a trust issue, because I'm like, whoa, like now I don't know what to do. I don't know how to like deal with this shit now, because you pretty much, you lying to me, but she's like, and she's like, I'm not lying. So it's like,
because like, okay, and like my thing is this only was a thing when I was like younger, especially because like, I mean, like I'm a very forgiveful person now, but I don't do shit that will get me in trouble now. So the thing of it is that like I said again, I was, you know, a child, you know what I mean? And a lot of the things that I was doing, I never even identified as necessarily wrong until it came that time of being in trouble for those things. You see what I'm saying? And it was kind of difficult for my brain to wrap around things. And it was so much going on that summer. Like I'm not even like boasting or nothing like that, but I did a whole lot of stuff. Like I didn't, like, mind you, I wasn't like a thought. You see what I'm saying? Like I wasn't like fucking nobody. I wasn't like all in, you know, left and right, all up in people's faces, but like little details, like little details that you tend to just like do and you forget about. Those are the things that he would ask for. And then so I would tell him to the best of my knowledge at the moment, and then he'd be like, okay, but what about this? And I'd be like, oh shit, I forgot about that. And then I'd be like, okay, yeah, and then this, but at the end of the day, I knew what I didn't do. So like anytime he would bring up something, I'm like, I ain't do that one. That one me. But certain things like, oh well, didn't you do this and that? And it's like, oh yeah, like during that summer I went to a party. I ain't never partied before. I went to a party. You know what I'm saying? Like just all types of stuff. And it's just like, but when you was at this party, they said you was doing this. And I was like, oh yeah, huh. And then, oh, but you also did this at this party. And it was like, no, I ain't do that. But I did do the other thing. And so it's like when you're having so much going on, so many questions, and he's the type, I want you to tell me. And, you know, and I'm the type where it's like, shit, just ask me what I did and I'll just tell you yes or no. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I will really forget things, and it's not me necessarily lying to you. It's just I'm very forgetful. Very fucking forgetful. And I don't mean that in a bad way, you know, but it's just, that's just what it was.
Right. And then you're dealing with somebody who's like I don't trust people at all. Yeah. So like when you show me something like foul with you, like that's it. I'm done. Like you can, in my opinion, you can never change. Like, that's it. Like, I know, even though I know you can change, but you can never change with me. That's it. Like, we are done. We hit our peak. Like, congratulations, you good now. We done. Even we ain't got nothing to say to each other no more. Yeah. And once I see that in you, that's it. Like, you done with me.
But the good thing, though, sorry to cut you off, Sweet Pea, but the good thing about it, though, is that we did find, like, a common ground where, unfortunately, like, I was at work. I had worked for my uncle, so, but I found, like, some downtime or whatever, and the good thing about it, we found middle ground where I was just able to just tell him all that had happened. And, like, with no interruptions, no, like, asking me to know, like, you know what I mean? Because that really messes me up. And so it's like, okay, listen, I'm going to just lay it all out, front to back, side to side, stuff, something that we should have already done. But, you know, it was just so much going on. And so we just laid it all flat out on the table, and we got through it that way, pretty much.
Yeah, because, and, like, the biggest thing that, like, she, like I said, back to the point of, like, feeling like stupid when one of the guys she kissed and shit, like, I was out kicking with him one time. Yeah. I was kicking with him and her brother, and
in our living room, actually.
Yeah, in our living room. And this is the thing about this situation, like, it went on for like damn near 2 or 3 years, meaning, like, as far as, but probably 2 years.
No.
Like 2013, probably a year and a half.
It happened in 2012.
So we
didn't hash it out completely until like the end or so of 2013.
Yeah, so it went on for like a year and a half, pretty much.
Yes.
So it was a lot of, like, gray areas.
Yeah.
So I'm kicking with this dude, and I didn't even know this was the dude she was talking about that she kissed.
Yeah.
Man, me, her brother, we all kicking it. And, you know, niggas get drunk, so you know that shit. Niggas get drunk, and you always got that one drunken that talk too much and apologize too much. Mm-hmm. So we chilling. He apologized and, like, you know, he pretty much told me about what happened with me and her. I didn't know that was your girlfriend. And then I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? Then I kind of pitch two and two together.
Yeah.
And guess what? Like, you know when you're dealing with something, you know when you're dealing with something, and you thought you got over it, and then it's like something happens, and like it come back. Yeah. I got mad all over again. Then we had like this like crazy fight. Yeah. But that comes to show.
But see, you got mad because you thought I didn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't remember that though. So
it's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's like it's coming to show that when you young, you just dealing with a lot of it's a lot of miscommunication, but it's a lot of like growing pains. Like we still trying to grow with each other, and we still trying to find ourselves, but in the midst of finding ourselves, we got a situation where so much distrust and disloyalty, and then so with that being said, we dealing with that. Yeah. We still trying to deal with that situation, like, and that takes us to the end of 2013. Then you know, one of my ex girlfriends got back involved. Well, I kind of got back involved with her. Well, not really, but yeah, we kind of got back involved.
Figured out, Pastor.
Yeah, well, that's the time when I saw her, right?
That was mid 2013.
When I saw her, right?
Yeah, that was in July.
Yes, June. Yeah. So we still dealing with that.
We still dealing with shit. Yeah.
Yeah, me and my ex girlfriend reconnect.
Let's breeze through this part.
It's getting tight in here.
You hot?
Ooh, it's getting hot.
Woo! Turn the AC on.
God damn, it's getting hot in here, bro. Ooh, shit. Ooh.
No, it's funny. It's funny. We can kiki about it.
Yeah, me and my ex girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of reconnected and shit like that. But 2013, I was like 2012, she was Donna bopping. So 2013, I was Donna bopping. So
yeah, but you was fucking.
I was fucking hella hoes, bro.
We weren't together. It's not like he was cheating on me.
I was fucking.
He was cheating on somebody else. I'm sorry. That poor baby. I'm sorry. Okay, my bad. Let me be quiet.
Hey, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I was. I got back.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I got back on one of my ex girlfriends. Okay, I'm gonna do ex girlfriend and first love. So okay, I got back on one of my ex girlfriends, the girl that I got back on the 27th. Yeah, so me and her was rocking, and within that time period, you know, I was
a hoe.
I was exploring my options, you know.
Okay, that's a nice way of saying a hoe.
I was exploring my options. Now I was fucking with different girls, including me, including Tennessee. So I'm just, you know, I'm just doing my thing because at this point, like I kind of didn't give a fuck if I wanted to be with her or not. I was kind of like done because I didn't trust her.
Yeah.
Like once that you get too close to me, I was like, man, fuck it. I'm just doing what I want to do. You feel me? So
yeah,
I'm out
you
there.
kind of needed that. I feel.
Yeah, I'm out there, fucking different
just
bitches,
doing all
fucking
types of stuff.
some of my fallback bitches, just doing some crazy shit. Mm-hmm. Then I also reconnect with my first love later that year, which that problem itself, was probably one of the biggest problems of our relationship. Yeah, because it's just
because we was together at the time.
We was together at the time.
This one got back together for sure.
And it go back to when I tell y'all, I'm not the type of person who like to be alone. So I went to a crazy situation that I'm not going to speak about with my first love, right? Because it's just out of respect for her and her personal shit.
Right.
But 2 months later, I think I got, actually 2 weeks later, I got with another girl, then got with another girl, then got with Bree. Because, I don't know, at that time, being alone was scary. Bree, Tennessee, whatever, they know you, shit. But, you feel me? Yeah, so after a while, so it got...
Get it together, please.
Huh?
Get it together.
Yes. So after a while, it got overwhelming. So I pretty much used relationships to mask that problem. So it was never really dealt with. So then I'm going into 2012 dealing with shit with Brianna. You feel me? So going into 2012 dealing with shit with Tennessee, and we just not trying to get through the shit that we did. She did in 2012, and then I'm out there with another girl, but I'm still fucking with Tennessee on the side, fucking
with probably 4 or 5 other
bitches. You feel me? I'm just doing my thing.
He was doing a mess. Anyways,
then I reconnect with the first love. So now that's breaking up old problems. You feel me? So
yeah.
So when we go in 2014,
that nigga broke out old reliable.
Exactly.
For those who watch SpongeBob.
Yeah. So when we get into 2014, it gets it's not good at all at that point because we at that point once we get to 2014 we have a problem where it's okay, you was doing your thing in 2012, you did your thing in 2013, but then again you went a little too deep with your shit in 2013. Now it's now it's more so of a okay, fuck all that playing around them little small relationship shits, but you dealing with somebody that that really causing issues in the relationship. So
14 then, was trying to kind of revamp. And shit.
So then 14, I think in 2014, that's when I realized that okay, I like her now. I like Tennessee. We about to really be something. At that 2014, I knew man,
I'll marry this girl.
Exactly. I actually got something. I saved the pictures on my Instagram that I said I was gonna marry her before I did. In 2014, it's I had an energy you know what? Because we started off so well. We started learning how to trust each other again. And we started learning how to communicate. And that's crazy because at that point in 2014, we was 17 and 19?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so at that point, we started, and that's when families was really pushing us away. They tried to break us apart and shit. You feel me? It was that weird shit. So they kind of brought us closer. Yeah. So we kind of bypassed all the shit we did, but we still, eventually, of course, you still got that shit in the back of your head, but we became so fucking close. Yeah. Where we spent every day together. We communicated every day. We talked every day. And at that moment, I'm I'm going to marry her. So
I was at this nigga house every fucking weekend. And I did not miss a beat, bro. Every weekend.
She at one point, I damn near moved in with them.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I moved in.
That was in 14.
Yeah, I moved in with them. That's when your brother was in jail. So I moved in with them and shit. So it was man, fuck it. I'm with her now. It's fun. It was the best time of our lives.
Yes,
then the first love came back again, late 14.
This baby was persistent.
Yeah, this bitch was persistent. We went through a little situation with that, and then at that time, that was a later time we dealt with our. You want to talk about that? No. You want to talk about that?
No, that was in 13 anyway.
You want to talk about it? No.
No.
Yeah. So, anyways,
sorry, y'all.
Yeah. So, 14, we.
They were like, "What the fuck was that? What they talking about?"
so 14, I think that's when we conceive
Mango.
Conceive Mango. If y'all don't know Mango,
Baby Ant.
He's a third.
Sorry, somebody dogging their ass beat outside.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's my oldest son. Yeah. So that's when we conceived him. Mm-hmm. And then shortly after, early 2015, we got married.
Yes.
And we came into that year rolling, cause we kind of got most of the shit behind us, but then again we still was digging with the nagging first love situation, but eventually we got through all of that shit. Like,
and we was gone.
We was gone. Like, that's when we got our first car, first apartment. We just had our baby, you know, and everything at that point felt right. Like, that's when like you realize, like, okay, bro, like I'm with you. You feel me? And then like, but you know, one thing that I think was the biggest thing we dealt with is when we got married. We didn't understand marriage. We kind of didn't understand the responsibility of marriage. You feel me? So people like man, like that's when your mom like really pit us on, like threw us to the wolves, because at that point we was on like her phone plan, her insurance we was on everything,
plan.
so we was getting discounts because
all types of stuff
because of her. Plus, she's a military veteran. Yeah, so a lot of shit was kind of helping us out financially. Because at that point, we just had our baby. You was getting like 24 hours at your job. Yeah, I'm working 40 hours. Was I had 2 jobs still, right?
I think when we had him,
yeah. So I had 2 jobs, so it was crazy.
When we had him, I didn't work.
No, you worked after though. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. By that time, you just had the one.
Yeah. And that's going to 2016, where like things was going good. Like up until his birthday, everything was going good. Like we was living the life, I guess you could call it.
Our first year was blissful.
It was blissful. Like we had our first anniversary was beautiful. We had our car. I wrecked the car on the
on our anniversary. This nigga tried to drive up the stairs.
Yeah, I was still learning how to drive. Like
playing around.
You know,
between the brake and the gas.
Yeah, the whole situation was it was blissful.
It was still a beautiful day.
The first year of marriage, you know, we had our kid. You know, we was like perfect little family. You know, wife, husband, little kid. Everything was good for us. And then like second half of 2016,
shit went left.
Like that's when like the shit was hard. Like reality hit, because like I said, her parents took us off her all of the plans.
She kicked us off everything. So we had to get all our own shit. We had to
get our own insurance. We had to get our own phone bill, and that put us in a crazy amount of financial debt, because at that point I was working 2 jobs still.
No,
I was working 1. You was working 1.
Yeah,
but I was working at Walmart, so my hours was getting cut. You was working like only 24 hours at your job. You was working at Port Subs.
They didn't have set hours there.
Yeah, so it was like shit was starting to get tough. And then like we had lost her sister. Yeah, and later that year, and it's like now when you lose somebody in life. By the way, rest in peace, Tootie. But when you lose somebody in life, it's like that pressure of their death, and you also got the problems that we previously had was starting to creep back into our household. You feel me? Because like now we got that thing where it's like, because you struggling with bills, you struggling with all type of shit as a young married couple. So now it's like we trying to fight. We trying to fight. The fucking hardships. Then now you got people looking at each other like all different. Like I don't trust you, shit like that. But you also just dealing with grief. We also she was just pretty much mad, lost her sister. Then your mom just pretty much, in a sense, turned her back on us. Yeah. So it's like that problem. And then now you got me, like on my end, it's like I can't communicate with her. So I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you feel me? So in my mind is like, I'm not trusting her either.
Nobody knows necessarily how to communicate their feelings.
Exactly. So then fast forward that, like we get 2017, and it's like, it's
a little rocky, but it was okay for the most part until like the end of it.
Yeah. It was rocky, and then we just we still trying to battle this shit. We still we dealing with trust issues, and I have this thing where I love to flirt with women. Like I don't know, I love it. I enjoy it. You feel me? It's it's kind of my thing. You feel
he does it on accident, sometimes on purpose. If he mad one day,
yeah, exactly. It was just bad. You feel me? I was getting toxic at one point. You feel me? You feel me? And it's like it's that feeling of I don't know, like. I'm not gonna, I can't justify. It's just something I like to do. I always tell her that, but it's just that's what I think.
You did not tell me that at the time.
I feel like that pressure of marriage and trying to be a husband was too overwhelming, because I tried to be a husband. Yeah, like she tried to be a wife. Yeah, and that caused problems in the relationship, because we used to be best friends. Right. So now it's like the first time we ever thought about divorce, right? 2017, right? Yeah. Yeah, like we literally was like, okay, we gotta get divorced, because it's
then
not
you arguing, out. You saying wild shit.
Yeah, we disrespecting each other. Yeah. You know how that shit go, how fucking relationships can go.
No, seriously.
So it was getting bad. Then you become pregnant late 2017.
Yeah.
80. Speaking of toxic.
No, it was like mid 17. I mean,
yeah. So
somewhere around there.
She get pregnant, and for some reason, like
that kind of ignited his ain't shit ways, if anything.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't understand. Like, I guess when she became pregnant, like my first 2 times dealing with her pregnancy, I didn't understand the hormones. So I started thinking like she was just bitching at me. So like with her come bitching at me, guess what I want to do? Like, leave me alone. I want to go hang out with my friends, or I want to go talk to bitches, whatever. Because like you annoy me. I don't want to be around you right now. So that's like
you're kind of he was more so looking at it as normal.
Yeah, it was more
emotions
so like,
or normal fighting versus no, this is just hormonal things. But you're also still dealing with your issues, and
that's why I was like, bro, like you annoy me. I don't want to be around you right now because I'm a big energy person. Like, bro, you're always negative, whatever. And it's like, so I just did what I did, flirt with girls, do just the dumb shit I used to do, bro. But at that time, that's what made me happy. So that's what I had to do. Because I was working probably 2 jobs again because I stayed working 2 jobs throughout this relationship. So I was working like 2 jobs. So like
because we decided I was gonna be a stay-at-home mom.
So you think about this. I see her like only a couple hours in a day because I'm working like 16, 17 hours a day, and I'm gone at the house. So I'm getting all my energy and all of my attention from other people on the outside. Then when I get home, it's like it's dreadful. So we was going back and forth. So we think about divorce. While you was pregnant, we was talking about divorce. But so then
because of that,
So then we get into 2018, right? And then get into 2018, we pretty much was like trying to like, okay, let's try to fight through this, bro. Like, cause like we was so close early 2018. Like, okay, let's get these papers. That's signed it. And I was like, nah, bro. And like, we had a moment like, man, we not finna do this shit. Fuck that. Nah,
yeah.
Cool. Nah. Were we sleeping in different rooms at one point?
Kind of.
17?
No, not in 17, but we kind of did it in 18 where I was like, I didn't want you near me. And so I would kick you out a lot.
Yeah, so like, it was bad. And then 18, beginning of 18 was pretty cool. Like we tried to fight back. Like we just got a new house at that point, right? Mm-hmm. We just got a new apartment, pretty much.
Like fixed
so we kind of fixed it a little bit. Like one thing about us throughout all the fights and all that shit, the number one thing we didn't do was communicate. Every time we fought, every time we had moments where we was about to divorce, it was lack of communication. Mm-hmm. So every time we kind of like learn how to get out of our own way, get out of our own feelings, and communicate, things became more. Things became a little better. Things became more comfortable. So like we spoke about it more. We talked more. We like, hey, babe, that's kind of like we can't do this. This is us, At this point, like, man, we put time into this shit. Mm-hmm. We like 6 years in at that point.
Yeah.
2018.
But like 3 years marriage.
Yeah. No, because we 7 years in, 3 years marriage. Yeah.
No.
2011.
2018.
Yeah, but 2011. Yeah, so we 7 years in.
Almost 7.
Yeah. So 7 years in, 3 years married at that point. So it's like it's bad. Yeah. Now we dealing with this shit got rocky because like I think this damn near probably our worst year. Yeah, 2018. Like, I don't know how the fuck we made it through. Like at that point, we got drama because we ended up start working for the same company. So we ended up having drama with bitches at the jobs. Yeah, that try to fuck with me. That try to then
transferred to like where I was working, and then like now she want to be all salty with me, which then kind of gave indications of things.
And then like we had family move in the house. Like we had a lot of people living.
Just a lot of toxic energy.
We had a lot of people living in our house. 2018, so it was bad. Like friends, family, whatever, cousin, whatever. We so generous. So like if you going through something, man, you can stay here, whatever. But we had a lot of people come to our house, and then like I said, we based off energy. So you let a lot of negative energy come to your house.
Right.
It made the house bad. Like it was real bad. Like our only thing that's good about 2018 that happened was my son's birth.
Yeah.
That's it. Like it was
honestly
bad. Like, Bree was, she was wilding, she started feeling herself and shit like that. Like all these niggas was giving her attention, all that shit goes. So
first of all, one of them was a stalker.
You can tell, like
I was scared for my life.
You can tell that, like it was one of those scary moments for a nigga when your girl stopped caring. Like, cause like
but okay, but the
real,
thing
like,
of
as
it
a
is,
nigga, like you always know, like if you could triple your girl, she gonna bitch whatever, but. During that time, like, bro, she really, like, stopped giving a fuck. Like,
I did.
Like, she was doing shit, like, unapologetic, like, hey, it's whatever. Like, hey, I'm doing it stop me type shit.
Certain things were like mistakes and everything, but certain things that like the fact that it pissed him off actually like it made me feel good a little bit, not gonna lie. And that's because of all the shit that he would constantly do, like with no like remorse, no care in the world. Like how he said he would flirt with women all the time, and he would, you know what I mean, like he like even had like one girl like call him talking about, can you come pick me up type shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
Like at 1 o'clock
and yeah, like, can you come pick me up from fucking Henderson? Mind you, we in Centennial Hills. I'm like, why the fuck does she feel comfortable enough calling you to come and pick her up drunk, mind you, from fucking Henderson? You know what I mean? So it's stuff like that, all while I'm pregnant. And then, you know, then you have another ex, her delusional crazy ass coming out of fucking nowhere. Not the same ex. This bitch 10 years old. And
no,
you know,
she wasn't 10 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. The relationship is 10 years old. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was one of my 7th grade relationships.
She was, yeah, they was together like so long ago. Like, bitch, it's been 10 years since y'all been together. Like, let that hurt go. Yeah. And, you know, and so she comes back, and so he's feeding off of her, you know, her, whatever you want to call it, being obsessed with him. You know what I mean? But anyways, all this stuff. So yeah, so when I started to get like a little bit of attention, you know, it was, like I said, a lot of it wasn't even like me doing much of nothing. I'm just honestly, I'm a really cool ass person. You know, people take that as like, you have a chance, which you don't, by the way. But, you know, so it's like seeing him getting upset about that, you know, it's like one of those things like a taste of your own medicine to some degree. Cause it's like, now you see to, I guess, to some extent how I feel, you know what I mean? And the sad thing is I'm not even doing anything. Like, I'm not even like applying pressure to these people or letting these people, you know, in, or, you know, like I said, one of the people was a fucking stalker. Yeah, that like legit dead ass stalker. He never talked.
He was gonna kidnap your ass, bro.
I'm scared of him.
Bro,
to this day.
The homie worked at a barber shop,
bro.
I needed a haircut, like, you know, because I had a job interview that day.
Yeah.
So it was like my barber was busy, so it was kind of a last minute situation. So I'm like, hey, I need a haircut.
Just a quick haircut.
The homie really was like, nah. No, I'm good. Like, you go wait for somebody else.
All because I turned him down. Like when he tried to like get my number.
And this like a month later, like, bro, you really gonna let, you feel me, this situation get away with your money, bro?
Yeah.
But honestly, bro, that shit was crazy.
But the owner cut him up though. She was nice. Yeah, but that shit was so weird.
Then later on, the owner started liking you.
Oh yeah. Pressure, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant right now, but trust me. Anyways, so
that's
you know, it's yeah, I know. But you know, it was just a lot of crazy situations. You know what I mean? And that's when like tit for tat kind of came into our relationship heavy, like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
we was honestly 2018. We was really just trying to hurt each other.
Yeah,
like, it's like everything like. It was like two people not giving a fuck. Like, we really didn't give a fuck. Like,
it was like, you know what, fuck you. You did you. Like, I'ma do me now.
It was more so disrespect in the face. Like, yeah, what you gonna do about it? You know, it caused a lot of problems, a lot of fights. Yeah. Shit was getting like
crazy,
bad, toxic. You feel me? Like, and when that gets to that level, like, it's not good to be around each other. You feel me? Like, and then some of the people was egging this shit on. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was crazy. Like they was egging it on. Like,
to the point my mom like literally was like, "Oh, how about, you know, we move him out and we take the house?" And I'm just like, "What the fuck do you think this is?"
It was a lot of trying to finesse some shit. So like,
for sure,
it wasn't more so like like a thing. Like, it's like. We against each other. We not a unit no more. Like, it's like, it was more so we was living in the same house, sleeping in the same bed, but we was so like divided. Enemies. And it was just like, bro, it was just completely bad, bro. Everything was completely bad.
It was horrible.
But it's just 2021. Everything is okay now. Like we really at this point of our life where we can communicate. We can we don't let shit get bad like that no more.
Oh no,
like, at all. Like,
I don't even remember our last fight, bro.
Yeah, no, we don't let shit get bad no more. You feel me? Because we know how to communicate. But we just on some shit, dealing with each other from 14 years old to now. I'm 26. She's 24. That's 10 years together. You feel me? You've been married for almost 6, right?
No. Yeah.
Right?
No, it has been 6.
It's been 6 years?
Yeah, bro.
God damn. Really?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's been 6.
Because COVID took away 5 years. Yeah.
It's been 6 years.
This is 6 years,
yeah,
dude.
so we've been married for 6 years. And
God
it's like,
damn.
Like, the more of the story, like, when you get with somebody at a young age, you got to know that shit's going to be it's going to be rocky. It's going to be like climbing mountains, bro. It's going to be a situation where, man, like,
literally climbing out of hell.
Yeah, because so much shit you got to deal with, and it's so much about life changing. You feel me? Because you got people that want to go to school. You got people that might get moved out of the state, get moved out of town. You got a situation where like they growing, like they not the same people you just met. Like for example, we started off like like rocky as hell. We like no trust. Now we 3 kids in.
Yes.
We poly. Yeah. Like, we like homeboys. We laid back and we just elevating every day. But like, if you look at how we got this shit together, how we started this shit together, it's like
you would have thought we wouldn't even be here today.
But we believed in each other. Like even through all the fights, through all the bad moments and shit. From 2019 was a fucking bad year too. Yeah. But from all that, like we learned how to fucking get through. You feel me?
Communicate. And
we communicated, and we learned how to like try to make each other better.
And one thing is too, not to cut you off, love. One thing is too, one thing that we did do is that when things got really bad, you can catch it early, you could do this early, but just, whatever, it's a learning experience. But when things got really bad, we learned how to let go of everything, shut everything down, and really just focus just on the two of us. Like, we shut everything down. Like, kids and all, like, not like we neglected our kids, but just, you know what I mean? Like, we focused on us, because at the end of the day, if we not a better us, we couldn't, because when we was fighting and we was talking about divorcing and whatever the hell, we wasn't the best parents for our kids. So, we shut everything down. We stopped fucking with people. We stopped, allowing people into our home, fucking up the aura of our house, all this type of stuff. People don't even know where we live anymore. So it's like, we shut everything down, all of our surroundings down, and we focused just on us and built our connections and our communication skills and everything of the sort, and we build a better unit, and that's why we are able to sit here with y'all today.
Yeah, exactly. We really learn how to persevere. Like, this is a day and age where everybody, like, it's easy to give up. You feel me? But like, through all the bullshit, like, that's the thing. Through all the bullshit we done to each other, all the back and forth, all the fucking with other people, all that shit. At the end of the day, we realized that, bro, this is real. You feel me? And you gotta understand, like, bro, we growing. Yes. We not the final product. You feel me? Every day is growing. You feel me? And we was babies at that time. Now, of course, now we got this shit in a bag. You feel me? Of course. Now we learning more so about how to do this business shit together. Right. You feel me? Not the personal shit. We got that shit down pat.
We know how to be homies now.
Yeah, now it's
honest and communicate.
Yeah, we learn not to be a married couple. We not husband and wife. This is my partner. This is my best friend.
Yeah, it's my nigga.
Exactly. You feel me?
Oh God, he called me Panda. Like, bro, he called me Panda.
Yeah, it's my Panda, bro.
Sorry, bro.
And we rock like that. But we just want to share. We want to share their experiences with you guys, because at the end of the day, like, it's very important, because there's a lot of young couples. There's a lot of people who came out the mud together. You feel me?
And they on their last little straw, wondering if they should still go.
And they think it's over forever, or this is for anybody. Whatever. Don't give in. You feel me? You could be a new couple. You never know.
Know the difference, though. But still.
Exactly. Everybody know the difference. We all adults.
No, sometimes.
So you all adults. At the end of the day, it's your responsibility to know the difference. You feel me? At this point, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But before we wrap it up, I want to let you guys know where you can find our podcast at.
Yes.
If you listen, of course, if you listen on Spotify, you can get it on Spotify. Of course, if you listen on Google Podcasts, you can get it on Google Podcasts. And, of course, if you listen on Amazon Music, you can get it from Amazon Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Panda. Oh, no, never mind. I said Panda. I'm thinking about you, Bree.
Bless you.
Tune in, Alexa, Podcast Addict, Podcast Chaser, Pocket Cast, Listen Notes, Player FM, Podcast Index, and Drizzer. So that's all the places you can get. Once again, that's Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Podcaster, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, plus Alexa. So if you got an Alexa, you can always say, Alexa, play Lines Crossed podcast by and live. You can listen from Listen Notes, Player FM, Podcast Index, and Dizzer. I think I'm saying it right. If not, it's a speech impediment. That's why that's why I keep skipping over that one. But we appreciate all of them.
Yes.
And
of course, you can always watch the visual.
And you can always watch the visual on YouTube and Apple Music. I'm gonna get you one day. You're still running for me.
Yes.
So once again, I am the host of Lions Cross Podcast and Live.
I'm the co-host, Tennessee, even though he keeps wanting to call me by my government on this damn...
Tennessee! She the only 10 I see.
By the way, speaking of, certain, things real quick before we do cut it off.
Okay.
When you do go and watch the visual on YouTube, do keep in mind we are, up and coming. We are trying our very, very best. So, there are going to be trials and tribulations, but we are going to get better every single time.
But if you want to listen to the podcast on the audio uninterrupted, because sometimes the visual can be a pain
little
in
bit,
the ass,
yeah, you know what I'm saying,
the camera situation.
Yes,
but feel free to listen to on Spotify
for sure, Podcast, uninterrupted, as he said,
Amazon Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Tune in with the lesson. So if you got a lesson, just say, "Hey, play Line Cross Podcast by Ant Live."
Yes,
you could go to Podcast Addict, Pod Chaser, Pocket Cast, Dizzer, if I'm saying that right, Listen Notes, Player FM, and Podcast Index. And I am your host, Ant Live.
Co-host, Tennessee. Ha!